Hello, and welcome to the Tao Daily Tarot. Thank you for being here, first timer, long timer, cross watcher. Makes absolutely no differencio. Thought I'd kind of fancy it up a little bit. In any event, for the first timers and maybe some of the cross watchers, let me give you an idea in terms of what makes this tarot reading different from all others. First of all, it's archetypal. I do 8, 9, maybe 10 cards. That's it, because the Tao, remember, is very simple, very direct, very understandable, easily accessible. I also do not predict. I focus on energies, the energies that impact your life. Predicting kind of puts you in a waiting mode. Something has to happen. Somebody has to do something. You're kind of waiting. With this, you get a key energy every day. You choose to opt in or opt out. It is your choice, but opting in gives you control over your own life navigation, I'll call it, okay? Puts you in control, and that's the important thing in this reading. I do something called the hyper shuffle. I try to get the read in about a 10-minute period because more is not better. And a nice, tight 10-minute read that's understandable, that's empowering, is the key for me because I'm here to help you. Not me, you. That's the point. Alrighty, so I mentioned them just a slight moment ago, the hyper shuffle. If you haven't seen it, and even if you have, that's where we begin the Tao Daily Tarot. And there you go, the Tao Daily Tarot Hyper Shuffle. Let's get to today's read, shall we? And we begin with the overall energy. Remember, I focus on energies, not predictions, because energies can manifest in so many different ways. Remember, we got almost 8 billion people here on the planet. There's just a myriad of ways that it can manifest. But the key energy, mending, fixing, healing, okay? Your life, your relations, whatever. But the key energy is mending. And at this stage, I said that, October was going to be a powerful, powerful, powerful month. Maybe one of the most powerful in your life in terms of setting up the next year or so. We got a cosmic roller coaster ride ahead of us, and mending is a very important thing to focus on. To do that, however, you're going to have to balance your values. You may be balancing your old set of values with a new set of values. After all, for many of us, we've had the past year or two to reevaluate what's really important in our lives. So much has been taken away that it was really kind of a help because it kind of slimmed down our wish list and we kind of reevaluated what was really important in our lives. And so the Two of Pentacles is the dance of change. It's the balancing of values, and that is what is about to begin. Alrighty, we're going to put down all this negative thinking, all this false information. We are going to mentally rest as best we can, and that's going to be very important because the healing that has to be done now probably is more on emotional and a spiritual level than a thinking level. We spend a lot of time thinking, trying to figure things out, and are, frankly, plain exhausted because just new things are tossed at you all the time. I think basically to confuse you, and at this point you're like, whew, enough. All I'm looking for is balance. All I'm looking to do is to fix, to mend. And we move to the energy of justice. Again, the idea of balancing. And it's not simply balancing mind, spirit, and emotions. It's balancing the past and the present and using the future as a guide. What do we want to see our future develop into? Since we have been put in this position over the past year or two where everything is off the board, everything we thought, everything we were taught, everything we learned is pretty much off the board. Now let's go for justice. Let's get a rebalance of values here and make sure our life makes more sense for us today than simply being robotic and just doing what we were told, thinking what we were told, believing what we were told to believe, because it's imprisoned us, and for no reason. Just like this person on the card here, there's nothing really holding her at all. In fact, she has the swords, your thoughts, your ideas, your words, all around her, but nothing in front of her. She could step forward very easily. And the ties that bind her, that blind her, that keep her from moving, they're really not that severe. And in fact, you can see her foot, or both feet, it looks like, are standing in water. That's emotion. Okay? So the thoughts have simply confused her and imprisoned her. What she was told, the lies she was told, she believed, and it made her a prisoner. She can step forward anytime she wants. She can begin the mending anytime she wants. And mending is what we all want right now. The star says it very clearly, very plainly, very simply. Hope, guidance, inspiration. At its core, the star is true mending. It's the energy of our energetic message for the day. True healing, true mending, the star, the hope, the possibility. And the second magnifier card out says, Knight of Swords is bringing you some insight, some information. We just now have seen Saturn go forward. A week ago, we saw Pluto go forward. In another week, it'll be Jupiter and Mercury going forward. There is some revelation, some thought that will strike you. It's not going to knock you down. It's not going to totally change your world, but it will open a door. Some insight that will change it all and allow you to mend your life. And geez, I can't tell you how important that is. Certainly to begin anyway in the month of October, this month, got to take care of business. Because at this point, let's do the vice versa cards. In reverse, we have the King of Wands. In reverse, it means it's an internal process. It's what you are striving for. You are striving for enthusiasm. You're striving for enlightenment. You're striving for joy in your life. It's been taken away. Of course, in part, you let it happen, but nevertheless, you realize now that that's what's missing. If you're going to mend your life, you have to bring the joy back. You have to bring the hope back. You have to do that. You are looking for a future with reciprocity, equal give and take. The last year or two has been strictly take away from you, to the point where you just almost were unsure about what's really important and what isn't important. That's changing. As you mend, you develop a strong sense of values, a smaller set of values than you had going in 2 years ago, but a stronger sense and a fairer balance of values, equal give and take with yourself and the world, so that you can go back to a time. Remember, the Six of Cups is nostalgia. You can go back to a time when there was that joy, there was that happiness, there was that fulfillment, there was that purpose that has been taken away from you. Again, in part because you allowed it to happen, but you want it back. You want to go back to a time. You're not going to go back exactly in time. Not going to happen. Life is not a time machine. But you can go back to those core principles, those core beliefs, those core feelings, that joie de vivre again, right? Joy for life. You are beginning the process of mending your life. And you're beginning this month. And things are going to keep speeding up. So you better get to the mending process, because it will give you an opportunity to put your life together better than ever before, certainly in a more meaningful way. So that's the read for today. Very powerful, excellent, good stuff for sure. Hey, please like, subscribe, share if you wish to. And always remember the thumbs up thing here. Here we go. After all this time, I'm still getting a whole lot better. Just the screen messes you up, goes everything in reverse. Anyway, thumbs up. And certainly subscribe. I very much appreciate it. It helps me build the channel, lets the folks at YouTube know that you appreciate. I always appreciate you. So let's see, I do a brand new read every day, 365 days a year, meaning I'll have a brand new read tomorrow. Hopefully you and I have a chance to do tarot together. But in the meantime, the next time you and I have a chance to talk tarot together, blessings.